Welcome to the 2020-2021 episode of RLS News in association with KSPB. I'm DJ Confetti.
And I'm JJ Rockwell. Stay tuned for more on Life Around Campus, an interview with magazine owner and music industry professional John Sternansky, senior spotlight clips, and an interview with a Monterey architect who gives us an insight on building during the pandemic.
This year has been particularly hard being remote. However, we were able to come back for a few short months.
DJ Emotion and DJ Armac give us a quick look at what's going on around campus.
Guys, I'm DJ Armac, and I'm here to ask some questions to some fellow Stevenson students. So Kate, what's one thing that you've enjoyed about being back on campus?
I really just enjoyed connecting with everyone and seeing everyone and kind of getting back into our normal system of things.
Awesome. What about you, Trent?
I enjoy being back with my peers and teachers, just being able to socialize all the time, not looking at a screen all the time, so I enjoy that.
Very cool. All right, what's one thing you've enjoyed about being back on campus?
It's been nice seeing my friends for the first time in a while, and the weather has been good.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hello everyone, it's KSPB, and today I'm be asking everyone here what their rapper name would be. Alex, what would your rapper name be?
Crystal Pistol.
Nice. What about you, Justin?
Mine would be LeBron James.
Trent, what would your rapper name be?
I'm thinking DJ Trex.
Jack, what about you?
Mine would be Dr. J.
Nice. And Addison, last but not least?
Mine would be the Vegan Vortex.
Nice.
Hello, it's DJ Armac, and if I had a rap name, I think it would be Big Mac. Also, if I one thing I'm happy about being back to school is that I get to see my friends. And being back in the radio studio.
If I had to pick any rapper name for myself, I'd probably pick Big M. I don't know, just simple, yet eloquent, you know? And my favorite thing about being back on the Stevenson campus is just seeing everyone again. I mean, even though it's different because we're all wearing masks, I still think it's important that I'm able to be around my friends again, hang out in the dorm. It's kind of back to normal for once in this past year.
Being back on campus is a huge morale booster. DJ Confetti, what would your rap name be?
I think my rap name would be DJ Frederick Douglass. Next up is an interview conducted by JJ Rockwell. He interviews magazine owner / music industry professional John Sternansky.
Hello, I'm JJ Rockwell. I've gotten a haircut since this interview aired, and I'm interviewing my father's good friend John Sternansky, who works largely in the rock world, especially in the Bay Area. He has his roots in KSPB, which is our radio station here, and I can't wait for you to hear what he has to say. All right, so just tell me a little bit about KSPB back in the 80s.
Oh my God, yeah. So that was kind of my first open door into the supporting the music industry, and I had a friend. His name was Brian Ford, and he went to RLS, and he was doing a Monday night heavy metal show. And back in the early 80s, Metal Mondays were like the in thing. Heavy metal was always done on a Monday for some reason. So he invited me to come join him as a co-host. And I did that for about 2 years. And we did, we played a lot of the early 80s new wave or British heavy metal stuff. It was a really good dynamic because I was more into the European heavier stuff. And Brian Ford was more into the more melodic, the Journey, the Foreigner, the kind of the US kind of hard rock stuff of that era. And yeah, we did that for about 2 years. And it was, when I sent you the flyer, that's when I was in the middle of doing the show. So Lars and I had been friends for even before he started the band. So he asked me to put together a quote, and he quoted me and put it on a poster that they used all over LA back then in the day. So yeah, a lot of fun. And it kind of opened the door to other things. And the next step was then starting the magazine, Metal Rendezvous, that I started down in Monterey, right after that.
It is now time to meet Sam Pitnick to get an inside scoop on what it has been like to be an architect in Monterey during the pandemic. DJ Quilliam brings us that story.
But first, the weather with JJ Rockwell.
Ooh.
Hello, I'm JJ Rockwell with the weather. You'll notice it's about 68 degrees and partly cloudy, just like every day. It'll remain 68 degrees forever here in Pebble Beach. Now, if you notice a little bit to the north, we're going to have a 69-degree front coming down. That's going to turn into about 68 in Pebble Beach. Now, if you look up here, we got Highway 101. There's a little bit of traffic going northbound. Don't worry, southbound smooth. Just don't even worry about that. If you're looking at 156, it's going east. That's a little bit rough. You're going to watch out. There's an accident. All right, back to you in studio.
My name is Quinn, also known as DJ Quilliam, and today for my radio show, Your Drive Home, I interviewed an architect from Carmel named Sam Pitnick, and without further ado, here's how it went.
You know, I'm an architect. I tend to specialize more in residential, like custom single-family homes, pretty much around the Monterey Peninsula. I've done a few projects down in Los Angeles and out of state in New York and Texas as well, but primarily, Monterey, which includes, you know, Carmel, Pebble Beach, Pacific Grove as well. And I've done a few projects down in Big Sur. Like I said, I did grow up in the Carmel Valley area. I went to Stevenson 2000 and 2005, and then went down to LA and studied architecture at USC. USC has a 5-year bachelor degree. So I was down there for 5 years in school and then worked in LA for about 4 years after that before moving back to the Carmel area. In Carmel, I worked for a couple local firms, and then I started my own company about 40 years ago. It'll be 4 years next month. I guess, you know, the proudest moments, the best moments are the ones where, you know, you do finish a project and you're able to walk through it, but also to be able to turn to a friend or a family member and point out a project that I did is really rewarding. And it's nice to kind of leave your mark on the area in that way, because hopefully, you know, these buildings, these homes will be there for 50, 60 years, maybe more. So, you know, the longer I do this and the more homes I get to design, you know, the more I feel like I get to leave an impact kind of on my community.
Get the full interview on KSPB 91.9 and our YouTube channel, KSPB 91.9.
Up next, DJ Emotion and RMAC brings us an update with Stevenson Sports.
Hello, I'm DJ Emotion.
And I'm DJ RMAC, and we're your sports anchors for today.
There are no all-league accomplishments and awards this year, unfortunately. So, today we'll do season results, and individual accomplishments.
Boys tennis qualified to CCS from PCAL. They won the first round match and lost to the CCS runner-up in the second round.
Boys golf, Curtis De Silva, was medalist at the PCLA tournament and shooting a 67 at Laguna, and advanced to CCS finals by firing a 71 in the first round of CCS.
Girls swimming won all of their PCAL contests and beat Carmel for the first time in 4 years.
Boys baseball finished as the #1 PCAL qualifier in CCS in the Cypress Division, first time since 2013. Playoffs will start for them next week.
Softball finished 11-6 overall in the PCAL Mission Division as the #2 seed. Seeded as #3 in the CCS D3 tournament, which starts Tuesday, 6/8.
Boys lacrosse finished the season with 10-1, meaning an automatic qualifier to CCS from PCAL. They beat traditional powers Palo Alto and Carmont. They finished undefeated in PCAL and will go into the first round tomorrow.
Girls lacrosse finished PCAL undefeated, claiming the automatic qualifier for CCS. This was the first time the girls lacrosse team has been league champions. Seeding meeting for CCS is tomorrow.
Girls golf, Christiana Abanco and Sydney Craven qualified as individualists for CCS. Tournaments start Wednesday.
This season, your Stevenson track team was represented well by 8 athletes at the PCAL Championship and CCS qualifier. All 8 athletes qualified for CCS semifinals, and Stevenson won PCAL titles in 5 events and medaled in 6. PCAL champions are Kyla Cotton with the 100-meter hurdles in a season best 16.56. Evan Johnson in the 100-meter dash with a 10.88 time. John Puka in the 800-meter run with a time of 2 minutes 5 seconds .97. Anna Watson with an 800-meter run in a personal best 2 minutes 22 seconds .57, 0.03 seconds off the school record. Evan Johnson also in the 200-meter dash in a personal best 22.43 seconds.
In other events, Dana Denise jumped a personal best 32.9.5 to place second in the triple jump.
Harrison Fung ran a personal best 17.51 seconds to place 4th in the 110-meter hurdle. John Puka ran a 4:38.79 to place 6th in the 1600 meter. The girls' 4x100-meter relay team of Dana Denise, Kayla Cotton, and 9th graders Mia Skunsker and Tissa Raven ran a season best 54.22 to place 5th. All of these performers qualified these athletes for the Central Coast Section semifinals, where the top 34 athletes from King City to San Francisco compete.
Senior captain Patrick Powers broke a record with a final time of 45.99 in the 100 free. He also broke his own record on day 2 with a 20.71. Our 200 medley relay swam incredibly well, posting 4 lifetime best slips and moved from 15th to an 11th place. In the 50, Powers posted one of the highest finishes in school history, taking 2nd with a 20.71. In the 100, senior captain Will Weber dropped time and went a 49.07, moving from 15th to a 13th place. Powers took 3rd, continuing an incredible meet. In the final race, the 400 free, the boys podium and took 8th. Weber broke 49 for the first time, going to a 48.9.
Overall, we took 11th in the section. This is out of 29 present teams at the meet who qualified and of the 140-ish teams in our section. This is one of the highest finishes in program history. We will graduate 6 amazing athletes in Patrick Powers, Will Weber, Garrett Fernandez, E.B. Diallo, Luca Bozo, and Max Tremoli. We are eternally grateful for their important parts of Pirate swim and dive history.
The Sailors placed 12th in state championships. 5 Pirate sailors teamed up to take 12th place in the Gold Pacific Coast Championship, held in Long Beach Harbor on May 8th. This marked the first time in 11 years that the team has qualified for this event, emblematic of the state high school championship. Sailing Stevenson's 2 FJ sloops were Carmen Berg, class of 22, and Lila Parker, class of 22, in A division, with Ryan Marquez, class of 22, Sophia Thompson, class of 23, and Sadie Marinerstein, class of 24, rotating into the B division boat. Highlights of the team's performance were victories by Marquez and Marinerstein in the 8th and 11th contests in the 13-race series. The Pirates' score was the 2nd best by a Northern California team. The top 3 teams, all from Southern California, will go on to a national championship to be held on Lake Erie in June. Once again, I'm DJ Armac.
And I'm DJ Emotion, and that is all for sport.
Thank you, DJ Emotion and Armac.
This has been an RLS News Report, and I'm your host, DJ Confetti.
And I'm JJ Rockwell.
Stay classy, Monterey.